How are you guys? Did you have a nice weekend? We're going to wait for other students to come in for 2 minutes. So if anyone wants to tell me how your weekend was, you're welcome to. Mine was inside of 4 walls, so not very funny. How about yours?
Gente, pelo amor de Deus, tá todo mundo em quarentena, Gui.
Everyone is under the quarantine? Yes?
Yes.
So nobody did anything.
I ate a lot.
Yes, probably that's one of the biggest concerns about the quarantine. We stay home doing nothing, so we end up eating more than usual.
Yes.
Okay. So I am just hoping that this quarantine is over soon so I can go out and start walking again, okay? Go back to my normal life. Otherwise, I'm going to explode, okay? So did you guys, by any chance, take a look at the exercise I had prepared for your weekend? Like the extra material concerning the use of idioms and phrasal verbs.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay, so today we are going to start our class. I'm going to mute your microphone because somebody has a lot of external sound and this is going to disturb us. And there are many people today. So I'm going to mute your microphone. And as usual, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, I didn't receive the exercise. Okay, Ligia, you can download the exercises in our website, but I'm going to share the screen and discuss the idioms and the phrasal verbs that I asked you to take a look over the weekend because they are important. First of all, we are going to talk about the use of idioms. I don't want you to think that an idiom is a slang. An idiom is an expression that is used and accepted by every English speaking person. It doesn't matter if you are in the USA or in Canada or in Malta or in New Zealand, Australia, India, or any other English speaking country. Idioms are accepted all over. A slang or slang words are accepted only by a limited group of people. It is possible that you have a very common slang in one city and only in that city. I can give you an example. New York City has a lot of Jewish people, people from Israel. And these people, they have one word which is very commonly used in New York. Is schmuck. I really don't know if my pronunciation is perfect because it's not English, it's Yiddish. Yiddish is the language spoken by people from Israel. So sometimes you listen, if you are walking on the street in New York City, you might listen to people saying, he's such a schmuck. If you go to any other place outside New York, it's possible that people don't understand that because you don't have such a big influence of people from Israel. A schmuck is the same of an asshole, okay? But in New York, it's very commonly used. In other places, no. But idioms are used all over. Anywhere you go, you can use idioms. And that's what we are going to start talking about first. I'm going to share my screen with you and we'll see some idioms that are funny. Oh, can you complete these jokes? First, try first without looking at the answers, Okay, you don't have the answers, so I didn't give you the answers. I want to discuss them with you. You see? So I have here number 1. Why can't you play jokes on snakes? I have here number 2. When is an actor happy to become a thief? My mother made a terrible mistake today. She gave my father soap flakes instead of corn flakes for breakfast. Was he angry? 2 flies flew onto a coffee cup and argued about who arrived first and who should get to drink the cold coffee. Which one got angry and left? Why is it important to play tennis quietly? How could you help a starving cannibal? Do you understand what is starving? Many people don't know, I think. Do you know what's starving? Yes or no? Yes? Yes, 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 yes. Starving means very, very hungry. Okay? That's the idea of starving. When you are very, very hungry, you can say, I'm starving. Okay? So, good. I have here, when does a patient find an operation funny? Why did the tired man put his bed in the fireplace? When are mosquitoes annoying? You know, in my opinion, they are always annoying because you're trying to sleep and they keep coming. But what were you supposed to do? Here you have 9 idioms. When he steals the show, he wanted to sleep like a log, only foaming at the mouth. Give him a hand because you can never pull their legs. The one that flew off the handle, when it leaves him in stitches, when they get under your skin, and because you can't play it without raising a racket. Now, what were you supposed to do? You were supposed to complete the phrases with one of these idioms, like the first one. Why can't you argue? Why can't you play jokes on a snake? Can anyone please find the right idiom to complete this? And then, of course, we're going to discuss and try to understand. Why can't you play jokes on the snakes? The answer is below, one of them. It's not in the correct order. You have to choose the best one. Why can't you play jokes on the snakes? Come on, guys. Why can't you play? You forgot the options. Okay. I'll write the question here. No, it's too long. Why can't you play? Let me see if I can. Okay. Is it possible for you to see the answers now? Okay, I have got one right answer here. Because you can't pull their legs. Very good. Who answered that? Okay, because you can't pull their legs. Does anyone know, are you familiar with this idiom like, stop pulling my legs? Do you understand this? No? No? You know, when you are picking on someone's back, in English they say, you're pulling my legs. Stop pulling my legs. Okay? Stop disturbing me. Stop joking with me. Stop that. I don't like it. Knock it off. Stop pulling my legs. I don't like pulling John's leg because he has no sense of humor. Okay, so he always gets angry when I pull his legs. Understand? You got the idea now or no? Yes? Good. When is an actor happy to become a thief? When is an actor happy to become a thief? Okay, we already got an answer here. When he steals the show. Do you understand this idiom? Like when someone is stealing the show, that means he's drawing all the attention to himself. Understand? He's the butterfly of the party. Okay? Understand this? Like, it's impossible to talk when Mary is nearby. She's always stealing the show. That means she calls all the attention to herself. Okay? That's an idiom. Number 3. Let's go to number 3. My mother made a terrible mistake today. She gave my father soap flakes instead of cornflakes for breakfast. Then there's a question. Was he angry? What is the best idiom to respond to this? Does anyone know? Come on, very few people are participating of the class. I want more people to participate. Letter C. Leticia, you are very lazy, huh? You don't like writing, right? Only letter C. Okay. Only foaming at the mouth. Do you understand this idiom? Do you understand this idiomatic expression? No. We have one that is very similar in Portuguese. When you are very, but very, very angry, you start foaming, oh no, in your mouth. This is like if you put shampoo in your mouth and you make a mouthwash, you will have a lot of foam. If you're foaming at your mouth, it means you are very, very angry. So was he angry? Yeah, he was foaming at the mouth. Means, of course, he was extremely angry. Okay? The other one, the 2 flies that flew into a cup of coffee and they start arguing about who would drink the cold coffee first. Which one got angry and laughed? What's the correct answer to number 4? Letter F, the one that flew off the handle. Okay, understand this idiom? No. Okay. Sometimes you are in a group of people and somebody starts making a joke and you don't like it. It's either racist or prejudicial, and you simply get out of the place. You leave the place. In English, they can say that you flew off the handle. Okay? Like you decided not to continue there because you were not happy. Okay? That's the idea. Why is it impossible to play tennis quietly? What's the correct answer? Why is it impossible to play tennis quietly? Letter I, because you can't play it without raising a racket. What is the meaning of this idiom? She can't play it without raising a racket. Can anyone explain to me the meaning of this idiom? Do you understand this or no? I don't know. Thank you for sharing. Can anyone explain to us, shouting or screaming? Yes, raising the voice. That's the idea. I don't know what raising a racket. Okay, raise is when you put up. Racket is what you use to play tennis. Okay, but when I say, can you play it without raising a racket? Means, hey, calm down. Don't raise your voice. It's an idiomatic expression. Okay, making noise. Yes, that's the idea. How could you help a starving cannibal? How could you help a very hungry cannibal? Letter D, that was very easy. Give him a hand. What is the meaning of the idiom? Give me, can you give me a hand? I'm not a cannibal. Yes. Can you help me? Very good, very good. This one, everyone was familiar with. Okay? Help. Excellent. When does a patient find an operation? Same in Portuguese. Yes. When does a patient find an operation funny? Letter G. When it leaves him in stitches. Can you understand this idiom? First, what is stitches? Do you understand the word stitches? Yes. Can you explain to us? No, no. Somebody here said stitches means cicatriz. It's not. That's a scar. A scar. Scar means cicatriz. What is stitches? Okay. No problem. Yes. A stitch is like when you cut yourself badly, when you have an operation. After finishing the operation, the doctor is going to give stitches to stitch you up. But the idiom is, it left me in stitches. Can you guess the meaning of this? Can you understand this? Yes, it means I laughed a lot. It means I laughed a lot. Okay? It left me in stitches. That means I laughed so much that my body started opening. Okay? It's an idiomatic expression. Another one. Why did the tired man put his bed in the fireplace? Pedro is a nice guy. I don't really know who Pedro is, but he's not lazy. He wrote the complete answer. He wanted to sleep like a log. Have you ever heard this expression? Log. Do you know what is a fireplace? Do you know what is a fireplace? Yes, a fireplace is a place in your house where you put fire, okay? And usually you cut pieces of wood and put in the fireplace. These little pieces of wood are called logs, okay? Log is used in computer terms when you log in. but log is a piece of wood. So last night I slept like a log. What is the meaning of this? It's been a hard day's night. Yes, I think this expression appeared in that song, Pedro. You are right. Been sleeping like a log. Yes, sleep like a log is when you sleep very heavily. Okay, like there was a huge explosion near my house last night, but I was sleeping like a log, not a dog. Okay, dogs wake up very easily, so if they listen to any noise, they wake up. Okay, so I don't know about the song if it was dog. Maybe the Beatles made it like a dog, but the expression is sleep like a log. Okay, I can check the words later, or you can check the words later. Okay. Anyway, the last one is, when are the mosquitoes annoying? When? Okay, Livia, you're lazy. Just wrote the letter, the correct letter, but when they get under your skin. Understand this? So if somebody gets under your skin, it means they get on your nerves. They are annoying you. Okay? That's also an idiomatic expression. Very good. You guys were very good. Good job. Good job. You learned at least 9 idioms, and I hope that you can use them. And I hope that after this class, you can sleep like a log, not like a dog. Okay? Good. Let's go to the second part. What is a phrasal verb? Let's understand what is a phrasal verb. This is very, I think, interesting. Many times when you're talking to a native speaker of English, he or she uses a lot of phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are special idioms to special idiomatic expressions that always use a verb and a preposition. And it's interesting because even though you can understand the verb and you can understand the preposition, you cannot simply translate them literally. I'm going to give an example. Do you guys understand the verb put? I think everybody understands the verb put, right? Yes? Good. Everybody understands the preposition out? Yes? Yes. But when I say put out, you see, you cannot imagine that this is to put something outside. That's what many Brazilians do. They translate literally. And then they don't get the idea. They don't understand what the person is trying to say. Put out is a phrasal verb that means to extinguish. You know, like to put out the fire, to extinguish the fire. So my recommendation is, if you're ever talking to a native speaker of English and he or she uses a phrasal verb that you have never heard before, never try to translate it. Just say, I'm sorry. What do you, okay? What do you mean by that? In order to explain you a phrasal verb, if he is a well-educated person, because sometimes he doesn't know how to explain, he only knows how to use, he needs to give you a synonym. And it's interesting because 90% of the synonyms to phrasal verbs are Latin verbs. And then that's very easy for us to understand. Like extinguish is very similar to Portuguese, to extinguish the fire. Like it took the fireman 3 hours to extinguish the fire. Don't expect any native speaker of English to say extinguish the fire. They will say put out the fire. It's easier, it's shorter. That's why they use phrasal verbs. It's the same. Again, I'm going to give you another example. Everybody said they understand the verb put. And do you also understand the preposition up? Okay? What do you think it means? What means put up? Do you know? What means put up? Start something. No. Still, put means to place something. Up means at a high position. Put up is not really to start something. I'm going to give you an example. Let's see if you can understand. I've decided to put up a new shed at the back of my house. Can you understand now? Can you have an idea of what is to put up? It's something like motivation? No, it's not. Now, Nina got the idea. Put up is the same of build something, okay? I have decided to build a new shed at the back of my house. But have you ever seen this verb in English, to construct? Are you familiar with this verb in English? Yes, yes, no? You see, this verb, if you look up in a dictionary, it exists. It's very similar to Portuguese. Do you think native speakers of English use it? No. Why not? It's difficult. I'm going to construct a new shed at the back of my house. It's much easier to say I'm going to put up or I'm going to build, but never construct. Construct is a Latin term, which is very similar to Portuguese, but they don't like that. They prefer to say put up or build. So what both, but are phrasal verbs less formal? Can you use phrasal verbs in writing English? Yes, Bruno, of course you can use. In business English, there are many, many, okay? Even the dictionary here saying similar to put up, set up. Yes, okay? It's okay. Set up, put up, okay? But there are several meanings. You can see that one of the meanings for put up is to construct, okay? Sometimes one phrasal verb has like 10 or 12 different meanings. That's why if you don't understand what an American or a native speaker is trying to say, you have to say, what do you mean by put up in this case? What do you mean by put out in this case? And he or she needs to explain, okay? But they use construction business. Yes, yes, Fernando, you're right. They use construction business. They don't say put up business. They say construction. What do you do? Well, I work in the construction business. But you also have the verb to construct. Very good note. So what do we have here? We have here some phrasal verbs, okay, that are very commonly used in English. And I want to discuss all of them with you. Let's see if you can come up with the right answers for all of them. For example, doctor, I can't sleep at night. The doctor says, sleep on the edge of the bed and you will soon, let me see, drop. Yes, somebody has already said drop. Okay, let me see if I can minimize my screen a little bit so you can see the possible answers here down below. No, I need to come to 50%. Yes. Okay. So, doctor, I can't sleep at night. Doctor said, well, you sleep on the edge of the bed and you soon drop off. It's not fall off. The correct is drop. Drop off. Drop off means fall asleep. Fall asleep. Drop off. It's not fall off. Okay? It's drop off. The second case, why are ghosts bad at telling lies? Because you can always through them. Already got right answers. You can always see through them. When a person is very honest and transparent, you can see through them. That means it's very easy to see in his face that he's lying or that he's telling the truth. Okay? Why do birds in a nest always agree? They never disagree. Why do birds in a nest always agree? Because they don't want to. And now, what is the verb here? Step, no. Fall. They don't want to fall out. Yes, that's the one we use, fall. Fall out the nest. Okay, good. When is a deep sea diver disappointed with his colleagues? When is a deep sea diver disappointed with his colleagues? When they let him down. Understand? I think everyone here has heard the expression, don't let me down. Do you understand that expression? There's somebody here that likes music. There is a song that says that. Don't let me down. Again, Beatles. Yes. Let me down means don't disappoint me. Don't disappoint me. Forget me? I don't know. It's more common, don't disappoint me. Okay, like, please don't let me down. Don't do something that is going to hurt my feelings. Don't let me down. Okay? Disappoint is better. Yes, disappoint. Very good. Number 5. What training do you need to become a rubbish collector? Rubbish, trash is the same. Rubbish is used in England. In the United States, they say trash. What training do you need to become a rubbish collector? None. You eat up as you go along. Pick. Very good. What is pick up as you go along? Have you ever heard this phrasal verb? Pick up. It's not very easy to pick up new phrasal verbs. Yes, Nina, thank you for sharing. Pick up is the same of learn, learn. Okay, like sometimes phrasal verbs are very difficult to be picked up. Okay, learn. Question, no, it's more like learn. Okay, you learn as you go along. Waiter, I asked you to bring me. Pick up is when you learn, and step it up is to get better. Yes, to improve. Yes, yeah, step it up is to improve it. Oh, waiter, I asked you to bring my order quickly, but why is the food on my plate all squashed? Or as they say in England, squashed. Well, sir, when you order your food, you did tell me to. What's the answer now? It's a very common. I've seen this phrasal verb in many movies. What's the answer now? No, it's not drive. Step. Very good. No, it's a step. What's the step? Okay, what's a step on it? Have you ever heard this idiom, this phrasal verb, I mean? Step on it. No. Okay, next time you watch a movie and you see a guy walking into a taxi because he or she wants to follow another person, he or she will tell the driver, I give you like $100 if you step on it. That means step in the gas pedal, speed up, okay? But the waiter understood to step on the food. That's why the food was all smashed. Start a persecution. It doesn't have to be, okay? It's only, it's not to run. Run is only on foot. It's to speed, okay? To speed up, okay? When you are in a car, you say to speed, all right? The other one. Why do taxi drivers always go bankrupt? Do you understand the idea of bankrupt? Do you know what that means? No. And I hope that you never discover. Right, Fernando? It's better not to discover. No. Kawasaki. Yes. Bankrupt is what is going to happen to many small companies, unfortunately, after this coronavirus pandemic. Many companies are going to bankrupt. Is what will happen with my company. I hope not, okay? I hope that you can find a way to get through this pandemic. Bankrupt is when a company breaks, okay? This is what happened to most of the companies that were owned by Ike Batista. They bankrupt, okay? All right? This is to bankrupt. The question is, why do taxi drivers always go bankrupt? I hope so too. Okay, Fernando? My prayers are with you. I think we will be able to find a solution. Okay? I know it's difficult to see a light at the end of the tunnel. So far, in my case, the only light I've been able to see at the end of the tunnel now is of an oncoming train. So I'm also desperate because I really don't know what I'm going to do. Okay? But let's pray that we will find a solution. We'll come up with a solution. Come up with a solution. It's also a phrasal verb. Amen. Why do taxi drivers always go bankrupt? Why? Because their customers away. They hold. No. They pick. No. You don't use the same verbs. Thank you now. We got a right answer. They drive the customers away. So to drive someone away is like to expel someone. So if they drive all the customers away, they don't make any money. So they bankrupt, okay? Then I have here a wife. Did you the cat out the ear? Then the husband, in a very sarcastic answer, said, no. Was it on fire? what is the correct idiom verb that I use here to make a phrasal verb? Did you put the cat out? Now, you see, in this case, the husband was sarcastic because he said, no, was it on fire? Because put out, as I told you, it means extinguish when we say put out a fire, okay? Like, we're going to sleep, it's better to put out the fireplace. But if I say to put a dog, a cat, or any pet out, is to take this animal outside. So she was not using it as a phrasal verb. She was using just like a regular sentence. And then that's why the husband answered in a very sarcastic way. No, was it on fire? When are the traffic police? I can't see it. I'm sorry. I have to enlarge here. I'm sorry about this, but it's the last one. My eyes are bad, so I couldn't read it. When are the traffic police strong? When they up cars with one hand. What is the correct answer? What is the verb that I use here? Thank you. Yes, we already got the right answers. When they hold up cars with one hand. If you're driving your car and you see a police officer going like that, you are supposed to stop. So hold up. I have seen this also many times in movies, like hold up all the traffic. That means stop, interrupt the flow. Hold up the cars with one hand. Okay? Is there any question about any idiom or any phrasal verb that appeared in these two lessons that I gave you? Of course, you were supposed to do it over the weekend, but as nobody did, I decided to do it with you in class. But that has created me a certain problem. I haven't had time to start our class, and we don't have time to start today's class. Today, we were going to talk about something very important, okay? But if you have any question about any of the phrasal verbs here, this is your time to ask me. Come on. Any question or no? Can I just tell you what we will be talking? I have a question about pickup. I already show, or I have already seen pickup line with another meaning. Hold up and hold on. Can you pick up someone? Oh, now there are many questions. Okay, let's start with a pickup line. A pickup line is one of those expressions that you use when you're flirting someone. Like you go to a disco, and I'm a little old. I don't even remember some good pickup lines because I got married more than 35 years ago. So I've been out of the market for a long time. But a pickup line are those expressions that you can use when you want to get a girl's telephone number or when you want to get a guy's telephone number. You can come up with a good pickup line, okay? Hold up is to stop something. Hold on is wait a moment. Okay, like on the telephone, if I say, can I talk to Mr. Johnson, please? Hold on is wait a moment. Okay. Can you pick up someone? Yes, you can pick up someone or something. Okay. Observe that pick up, someone. Every time you say pick up, you always need to say someone or something. For instance, I'm going to Mary's house. I'm going to pick her up so that we can go to school together. If you ever replace this someone by a pronoun, him, her. You cannot say pick up her. You have to say pick her up. Or I drop something on the floor, like my book. I can say, can you please pick up my book? Or can you please pick it up? This is possible to be done with all phrasal verbs that ask for an object. For example, I'm hot here, but I am wearing a very heavy jacket. Then you say, take off your jacket. Take off your jacket. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to take it off. Okay? Understand this? Kawasaki? Got it? Good. Okay. I'm going to get this, okay? And I just have 1 more minute to tell you that tomorrow's class is going to be awesome. I really suggest that you don't miss tomorrow's class because we are going to talk about some very advanced grammar point. It's the use of negative words at the beginning of sentences. For example, I never talk to Mary at the office. My wife doesn't like her. So imagine that somebody told my wife they saw me having a chat or chatting with Mary in the coffee lounge, which was not true. That's just a gossip. And when I got home, my wife started getting angry at me because she doesn't like Mary. And then I want to tell my wife that I never talk to Mary at the office. But when I say I never talk to Mary at the office, this is just a normal sentence. I'm not emphasizing the negativeness of this sentence. So in order to avoid a fight with my wife, to whom I have been married for my entire life, I should say, never do I talk to Mary at the office. I don't know if you observe it, but I said, never do I talk to Mary at the office. So this is not basic grammar. This is not intermediate grammar. This is advanced grammar. They love this point in all the proficiency tests like TOEFL, TOEIC, or IELTS, or even the Cambridge exams. So tomorrow, I'm going to give a full class concerning the use of negative words at the beginning of the sentences. So I really hope to see you here again tomorrow at the same time so that we can continue this class. I think we had a good, let's say, interaction concerning phrasal verb and idioms. And if you want more examples of phrasal verbs and idioms, I can, of course, provide them to you as extra material, okay? But tomorrow, I really want to go and talk about the use of negative words at the beginning of sentence. So on behalf of Descubra Mundo, I'd like to thank you all for participating of this class. This is our hope that you stay home, that you can improve your English at home. And I know there are some people attending my classes that are in Malta. Some people are in Canada. I have people that are in England that are not having regular classes there. And that's why Descubra Mundo has decided to do this, to keep you home and let you improve your English without going out. I hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for attending my class. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? I hope you have a nice evening and sleep like a log, not like a dog, because my dog barks all the night. Thank you very much, and I see you tomorrow, okay? Thank you, Pedro. Thank you. Thank you for all your remarks. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. See you guys. See you. Bye-bye. See you again.